In 1984, the Terminator gave us nightmares about machines overthrowing humanity. But hey, it's 2025, and Alexa hasn't turned into Skynet yet. Instead, AI is driving cars, diagnosing diseases, and even attempting to write blockbuster scripts. The global AI market is set to smash $500 billion this year, proving that robots aren't just smart, they're cash cows too. But as AI evolves, the line between helper and overlord starts to blur. So the big question remains, is your future AI assistant going to fetch your coffee or plot your untimely demise? Ethical concerns. Who's programming whom? Ethics in AI isn't just some abstract debate cooked up in a philosophy class. It's quickly becoming one of the most pressing issues of our time. Picture this. A self-driving car is speeding down the road when an accident becomes inevitable. Does it swerve to save the pedestrian, potentially putting its passenger at risk? Or does it prioritize the person inside, leaving the pedestrian in danger? It's not a hypothetical question. It's a real-world conundrum engineers are already wrestling with. Who gets to decide what's right in such a scenario? Your friendly neighborhood coder? A boardroom full of executives? Or maybe an algorithm flipping a metaphorical coin? Researchers at MIT tried to tackle this with the moral machine experiment, where millions of people worldwide voted on how AI should handle moral dilemmas. The results? A chaotic mix of conflicting opinions, with culture, geography, and personal beliefs influencing decisions. One country prioritizes the young over the elderly, while another values saving the most lives. No matter who they are, even humans can't agree on what's ethical, so imagine leaving that decision to a machine that lacks empathy and thinks in ones and zeros. Then there's the elephant in the room: bias. AI learns from data, but what happens when that data reflects all the ugly prejudices humans have? Well, we've already seen the fallout. AI systems used in hiring have been caught rejecting candidates based on gender and race because historical data showed patterns of discrimination. Instead of fixing the bias, the AI amplified it, turning what should have been a fair system into a digital gatekeeper for inequality. Now consider this. If we don't get ethical AI right, we're effectively handing over the keys to the kingdom and hoping the machines will play nice. But will they? Or will we become pawns in a game where the rules are written by algorithms that don't care about fairness, empathy, or even humanity? The stakes couldn't be higher. Ethical AI isn't just a nice-to-have. It's our only hope of keeping the balance of power in a world where machines are getting smarter by the second. Safety concerns. Preventing Skynet 2.0. We all laughed nervously at the Terminator and its apocalyptic Skynet scenario. But let's be real, it's not that far-fetched anymore. Sure, Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't time-traveling to stop killer robots yet, but the idea of autonomous systems going rogue is closer to reality than we'd like to admit. Picture AI-controlled drones buzzing through the skies, making life and death decisions without human input. Doesn't sound so sci-fi now, does it? In fact, a 2021 United Nations report revealed that killer robots are already being used in conflict zones, raising the terrifying question: what happens when these weapons make a mistake? Or worse, what happens when they don't? It's not just warfare where AI could spell disaster. Financial systems are another ticking time bomb. Remember the flash crash of 2010, when algorithms ran wild and wiped out nearly $1 trillion in stock market value in mere minutes. Now imagine that happening on a global scale, with AI misinterpreting data and plunging economies into chaos. Scary, right? But don't lose all hope just yet. The tech world isn't sitting idly by. Researchers are working on safety measures to ensure AI stays in its lane figuratively and literally. Google's DeepMind, for instance, is developing safe exploration methods to keep AI from wandering into dangerous territory. And then there's the much-discussed kill switch, a mechanism to shut down rogue systems before they go full Skynet. The real challenge, though, is building AI that's not just smart, but also obedient. Because let's face it, the last thing we need is a drone deciding it knows better than its human operators. AI has to understand one crucial rule: humans are still the boss, even if we can't always program our smart TVs. The future depends on getting this balance right. Because while we might trust AI to park our cars or recommend movies, trusting it with weapons or global economies, that's a whole different ballgame. The role of data: feeding the beast. AI is like a ravenous beast that survives on data, gobbling it up the way cars guzzle fuel. But here's the twist: not all data is premium grade. For AI to work its magic, it needs vast amounts of high-quality, unbiased data. Yet the reality is far messier. The world churns out over 2.5 quintillion bytes of data every single day. But most of it is like a cluttered junk drawer, messy, incomplete, and let's face it, kind of useless. Think of it as trying to fuel a Lamborghini with swamp water, and it's only getting bigger. By 2025, the global data sphere is projected to hit a mind-boggling 175 zettabytes. But here's the catch. Without proper data management, this mountain of information could do more harm than good. Poor quality data leads to AI making cringeworthy mistakes, like biased algorithms or medical misdiagnosis. Imagine an AI system trained on outdated healthcare data misdiagnosing a patient's condition or skipping over crucial symptoms. It's not just embarrassing, it's life-threatening. The stakes are just as high in finance and law enforcement, where flawed AI predictions could mean financial ruin or wrongful convictions. And let's not even get started on the ethical minefield of data privacy. Many AI systems run on personal data, raising serious questions about surveillance and potential misuse. Do we really want our digital footprints being turned into breadcrumbs for Big Brother? Feeding AI the right kind of data is like raising the kid you wouldn't feed them junk food and expect them to become a star athlete. Similarly, junk data leads to junk AI, and nobody wants an AI system that acts like a rebellious teenager with a questionable attitude. If we want AI to grow up into a responsible, intelligent adult, we need to ensure it's fueled by clean, accurate, and ethically sourced data. Because in the end, the saying holds true: you are what you eat, even if you're made of code. Regulatory measures: keeping AI in check. If history has taught us anything, it's that letting technology run wild without rules is like handing a toddler a flamethrower bound to end in chaos. Just look at the internet. It started as a beacon of knowledge and connection, but quickly morphed into a breeding ground for misinformation, cat memes, and endless data breaches. Now, imagine what could happen with AI if we don't put guardrails in place. The stakes are higher, and the risks are real. Governments and organizations are scrambling to avoid this dystopian fate. The European Union's AI Act, proposed in 2021, is a bold move to classify AI systems based on risk, like deciding which robots deserve a danger, handle with care label. Across the pond, the US introduced the AI Risk Management Framework in 2023, offering businesses a playbook for deploying ethical AI. But here's the tricky part: too much regulation could suffocate innovation, while too little could unleash chaos. It's a delicate dance, like trying to tame a lion without breaking its spirit. Big tech players like Microsoft and Google have also hopped on the ethical AI bandwagon, pledging to self-regulate. But let's be honest, self-regulation is like letting a teenager set their own curfew. Without external oversight, things can get messy. That's why these rules aren't just about preventing disaster. They're about ensuring AI works for us, not against us. Because let's face it, nobody wants to wake up in a world where your toaster refuses to toast because it decided carbs are bad for you. Regulations aren't there to stifle progress, they're there to make sure AI stays on our side. After all, the goal is a future where technology enhances life, not a world where we're taking orders from the blender. So there you have it. AI is either our best friend or our next big existential crisis. Which side do you think will win? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the future, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.